This is my signature assignment, Ancient Wrestling, the Roots and Evolution of Modern Sports. I chose this topic mainly because I did wrestling for a long time and it's something that really interested me. And I thought it was a cool addition to ancient athletics, and I thought it was definitely a key topic when it comes to Olympic sports, especially with it being probably the oldest besides the actual running events in the Olympics. For the historical overview, uh, wrestling in ancient Greece was definitely a prominent feature of the Olympic Games besides the runs and the equestrian events. And the showcase was based off grappling techniques that emphasize skill, strength, and strategy. Um, Now, when you look at the Roman society and its spectacle games, wrestling evolved into more gladiator contest where it was associated with strength and honor. Um, Gladiators often showcased their grappling skills um, in a different way than the Greeks. The Greeks emphasized more technique based. Uh, on the Roman side, it was more focused on leveraging slams and not really being as technical. It's definitely why I shy away from that side of the sport. Techniques and styles for ancient wrestling. Like I previously aforementioned, on the Greek side, they primarily focused on leveraging neck, uh, collar ties, trips, all sorts of techniques that we still use today, shots, double legs, mat returns. Um, One of the important artifacts I thought was pretty cool was the terracotta scaicus. There's a deep drinking cup. It's from ancient Greece, and it dates back to the Archaic period, um, and attributed to Theus painter. Um, but just kind of gives you a brief overview of what a collar tie looks like, and how it looks like from a transition to a slam. And then on the Roman side, wrestling was more focused on staying upright and using only slams. And it's kind of more of like a pushing pulling match and not necessarily wrestling. I mean, it's wrestling, but just without um, going for the legs and stuff like that. It's more orientated on just trying to get your hands around the hips and execute slams. And then I also saw this cool artifact, Kilius at Atlanta. It's just a wrestling painting on a vase, and this was from the Attic Black Formia, and it's from 500 to 490 BC. And then there's obviously the reference for the transitioning over to modern wrestling. Wrestling has evolved greatly with the addition of three styles with their own sets of rules and objectives. Folk style and traditional um, is like is traditional and it is a lot like Greek wrestling. Uh, It still has pretty much the same techniques, just with more modern innovation. Nothing, ridiculously crazy, but it's more the traditional side of house things. Greco-Roman, as hinted in the title, is most like Roman wrestling, with lots of reliance on slams, aka a lot less technique, and it's more of a push-pull match, based kind of on off endurance and size. And then there's freestyle, which is a combination of traditional wrestling, but it has all the flavors of modern times, and you get some really crazy, weird techniques with technical leg rides, modified cradles, split cradles, crucifixes, all sorts of crazy stuff. And pretty much everything's a go in this form of wrestling. Cultural impact base, ancient wrestling revolved and definitely was emphasis on male strength and the societal values. Because if you were able to be predominantly good wrestler, it showed that you would have been a good warrior in the Greek and Roman side of things. Now, for modern wrestling, it's become a global phenomenon, and uh, especially now with a lot of famous people that have taken place, such as Jordan Burroughs, Gable Stevenson, really have brought popularity and media representation. And lately, it's been a real big impact in youth sports, and it's something very special, and something we hadn't seen for a long time in the wrestling sport itself. So the actual overview on my topic for the signature assignment was again just the roots and evolution of modern sport, um, the societal impacts of it, and how it changed over time from 5,000 years ago to modern day now, where you see all these cool, crazy techniques. I wish there was some videos of the older stuff, but obviously that didn't exist. It would have been cool to see some of these slams and sandy takedowns. Um, Also, just the innovation of the sport, seeing if these athletes from now could have competed with the athletes back then. Uh, that would have just been something cool to see. Awesome. Thank you for your time, Dr. Rob. Appreciate the class, and it's been a joy. Thank you so much. Have a good day.